What is up, YouTube? HPJ here, and I'm coming to you guys today um with a Harpie Deck profile. Yeah, I have an update on my Harpie Deck profile for you guys. I know I dropped one earlier this month, but I'm dropping another one because things changed. Things definitely changed, but I also wanted to just I had an update. And don't worry, we'll have one for August too. It's just a lot of stuff has been going on. So I just I had an content up for and just hopefully you all enjoy. Now before I go any further, I am gonna make the disclaimer because I have to make this apparently. These builds are personally built for me. Have different things you like to add to your variation or things you're going to play. By all means, just you can use as a template and just build off of that. That does not mean flood my comment section with your thesis statements on things you're running or someone else is running, because their build, my build are completely two totally things, and they are built for that particular person who's that particular build. So it's that sad. Yeah, we don't have too many newer options. I know there's a lot of stuff coming out recently because of the set that's going to be coming out, I think not next month or September. And we won't have Harpy Celio till till October, but we won't probably know her effect maybe till sometime next month or even September. So that's why they announce her effect and everything. Then I will test her out, have the video on her in session, and go from there. But right now we're going to play. We're going to just focus on the cards and support cards of now. But that said, why don't we go into the deck profile? So I have triple copies of Harpie Lady, 3 copies of Harpie Ladies M, 2 copies of Harpie Ladies L, and 2 copies of Harpie Ladies R. Then I have 3 copies of Harpie Lady 1, 2 copies of Harpie Lady 2, who I originally did not realize she was in the wrong position. 2 copies of Harpie Lady 3, 2 copies of Harpie Regina, 2 copies of Harpie Carla, 2 copies of Trick Pigeon, 1 copy of Rise of the Storm Monarch. For the spells, triple copies of Triangle Ecstasy Spark, 2 copies of Elegant Egotist, 2 copies of Harpy's Full Dress, 2 copies of Avian Spell Strategy, 1 copy of Magical Stone Excavation, 1 Dark Hole, and then for the traps, 2 copies of Harpy's Feather Tempest, 2 copies of Boku Hearted Pigeon, and 1 copy of the Icarus Attack. And then, of course, for suggestive cards, I have Mad Rare Aquila, Graceful Charity, Gust Cyclone, the Wind Blowing Through, Mirror Forest, Cylinder, Radiant Mirror Forest, and um, was it Nobody Scar Thief? So, with that said, we're going to go ahead and go through the deck. So, Vanilla Harpie Lady definitely being used because there are a lot of cards in the deck that revolve around having a normal while either in play or in the graveyard. Harpie Lady, of course, is our biggest option. Harpie Lady is the monster that started all of this. So, of course, she's definitely being. Also, note to the count that you can now have Harpie Lady in Rush Duel. Sorry, because I don't want any confusion. In Rush Duel, you can have Harpie Lady 1, 2, and 3 all in the deck because the other the other 3 are not Harpie Lady while they're in the deck. They're Harpie Lady while on the field or through effect while they're on the graveyard. So you don't have to worry about that and that clogging up any ideas that you would like to do um, within your deck's build. So you have that option and you have that great. Harpie Lady 1 for the additional attack power. Harpie Lady 2 with the Ancient Gear effect and the ability to send the top card of your deck to the graveyard to give her the ability to be Harpie Lady on the field and to not be unaffected by your opponent's traps when she attacks till the end of your opponent's. Harpie Lady 3 is being ran because of Fallout. There are a lot of very high level monsters in the game that you have to worry about. So with Harpie Lady 3, you can be able to monsters. Say, for instance, you can't get over them easily, and you can easily just stun them out and have Harpie Lady 3 help you with there can be some situations where you're out, and Harpy Lady 3 can help with that at least. Now, you don't have to run Harpy Lady 3 if you don't want to pick her. It's up to you. Now, for the tribute summons, actually, no, before I go into tribute summons, let's talk about the other two Harpy monsters. A Harpy Carla, draw power in recovery. You do have to have a normal monster on the field for the recovery, which is, of course, why I'm playing Harpy Lady. And you can either have the Harpy Lady or Harpy Ladies. Trade right back into you. Yeah. Note that Harpy Regina, sorry, I said Carla. No, this is Regina. My apologies. Note that Regina is not Harpy Lady while she's on the field in the graveyard. I guess there was that I've seen talk about it online, on Twitter and stuff, that people are mistaking Harpy as Harpy Lady while she's in the graveyard. She is not. She is Harpy by name, but she is not Harpy through fact. Yeah, first time that's happened. Especially with the level fours, because we normally get that with like the lower levels are the ones or higher levels for. So then Harpy Carla is being ran so she can get Harpy's full dress and just be an easy tribute fodder for our higher level Harpy monster. Then for the tribute Harpy Lady. Harpy Lady middle. Love her because of the recovery. She has the ability to give the additional 500 once she does the recovery and inflict 500 damage maximum summon when she uses her effect. So on top of her maximum summon giving her the 3400, she'll be 3900. Get the equipped spell, she'll at least be, what is that, 800 plus 39? That's about 20, what is that, 4700 piercing monster. That can attack into your opponent and has already inflicted 500 damage to you indirectly. So yeah, a lot of promise with this, and still one of my favorites of the Harpies. It's funny though because the Harpy ladies that all resemble Harpy Lady have the better effects, while the ones that resemble Harpy Lady 2 and 3 unfortunately get the short end of the stick. Now, while saying that Harpy Lady's L isn't a bad monster. She'd be able to be unaffected by your opponent's back cards. It's just the fact that it's just the fact that there's no removal of them, but being unaffected by them does help. Because then that way you can get over stuff like your opponent's mirror forces, magic cylinders, they can't touch her with Icarus attacks, and stuff like that. While Harpy Ladies is just the multi-attacker, and the one that can be destroyed by your opponent's monster effects is okay. But the multi-attack is kind of where I feel the downfall is, because I mean she's great for the rush, equip her with the cyber shield. I mean the full dress, and she'll be able to do piercing damage on a multi attack, which is not bad. I mean, for honestly to be up on, it was more great than her. We got with her effect. Was shocked that they didn't try to play off of it. Stall tactic in addition to being unaffected by monster. That's the thing, but yeah, I'm only running 2 of these because I feel like the Harpy Lady middle more efficient, more important, and cycle the other two. You can just draw into them with all the draw and setup effects that you have. Moving on from that, the non-Harpy monsters, we have Trick Pigeon to recycle the higher attack Harpy monsters, and Rise Up, and easy tribute fodder for them. Rise of the Storm Monarch, our legend monster, here to sweep up things on the field, being able to play each one tribute, and just have a lot of versatile, you know, have a lot of removal. Former monsters never. All right, moving on from that. Luckily, disappointed with the legend. All right, moving on from that, we have the spells. Triple Ecstasy Spark to buff up your wind monsters and to force your opponent's trap cards to not be activated for a turn. Great way to get over things. Probably the easiest way Harpies have access to so many things that are running rampant. Magic cylinders being played, your forces. Acres attack can be chained to it, but once after that's been chained to, all the other trap cards are going to be basically useless. And then whatever cards they haven't destroyed, you still have your other thing. Drawing 5 at the start of up to 5 at the start of the turn, you have all the draw and recovery that you get, so you're not going to be worried too much about losing. Just more so play it so you can get the buff. And moving on without any casualties. The elegant egotist for the swarm. The Harpie's full dress. Piercing damage with the additional 800 buff onto your Harpie lady or Harpie ladies. And of course, Harpie Carla being able to retrieve this. You need to get this off of a card like Magical Stone. Um, the one to play Magical Stone, which is part of the reason why I'm here. But yeah, definitely set up and recovery with this. The avian spell strategy. I'm basically running this just for the back row removal. So, like I said, if there's things that you read about, we can play this card to help get rid of that. There are some other suggestions. Oh, and don't worry, I'll get soon. But yeah, I definitely am playing avian strategy, and I took out for the removal of back row. So you have that a very big supportive set for you. Magical Stone Excavation to dump two to retrieve one spell. And mind you, this is any cards, and with how Harpies work, you have a lot of retrieval and recovery, and you won't have to worry. Dark Hole, massive monster removal. In the legend card that I chose for this, and you can swap it out for other cards if you put in prominent with a lot of things present. Excuse me, Dark Hole can be a safe get out of jail free card. Moving on to the traps, I'm running the two copies of Harpie's Feather Tempest to interrupt their normal summon. Cover your Harpie Lady or Harpie Ladies. And battle position change. Need it. Goku Hearted Pigeon, similar to the whole interrupting your opponent's summons. Then being able to change the battle position of and inflict 500 points of damage to your opponent. So burn, battle position change, monster interruption, all in one card. Definitely another two of that I decided to Harpie's Featherton. You can never have too many intros. Definitely love the intro. While this one is on, this one's on normal or sexual stuff. Which is a theme that's in the game because a lot of people love playing that all 5 for high interaction. Icarus Attack. Now, I am playing Icarus over Magic Cylinder simply because of interaction. I'm able to blow up 2 cards on the field as opposed to my opponent waiting for my opponent to swing at me. I can just interrupt things while they're being present on the field, while they're through their normal, their special, or the activation of the spell card. Um, while in that case in point, I can just, I could just do the Magic Cylinder, but I'm not. At times, I just don't want to. And it's just that, yeah, I like to flip. Look, real deck, at least I'm not trying to here and there. I just stick to my one type, stick to my attribute, at least in play around to the event. Definitely, that helps with that. Now that I'm done with the main deck explanations, on to the cards on the side. These are things you choose to if you choose to play your variant options. So, Mad Rare Aquila for decks that do play those level 6 or higher monsters. Weaknesses, I've seen other monarchs, something that you can get around with because when this card attacks during the turn, this card can attack twice. Destroy one face at level 6 effect monster your opponent controls. And then if it does destroy that monster, it needs to attack into the. While there isn't any direct buffs for Winged Beast monsters outside of maybe a couple of here and there, 1900 Beast Stick that is able to destroy your opponent's monsters. Bad. The only requirement is that your opponent has to have at least 2 or more monsters on the field, and you then the top card of your deck to trade. That's part is accomplished. Graceful Charity, if you want more draw power and card in case you don't want to run the Magical Stone Excavation. You can take out Dark Hole and play that. It's up to you on how you want to run whatever legend cards you want. One of my options is that I swap out Dark Hole and play Graceful Charity for draw power. Now, speaking of more draw power and removal, we have Ghost Cyclone. So this is a good card if you draw into it on your turn if you're going second. Your opponent you have no monsters on the field, destroy a spell or trap your opponent controls. And then if you have 3 or less monsters, you you draw one card. This can be very beneficial for the archetype, for the deck. If with the amount of cards that you send back into the deck, Ghost Cyclone can elite like that. You don't have to worry about. You easily get a bit of draw power, some monster, and a way to clear out things before you start putting cards onto. The wind blowing through another one of those draw power situations. Um, if you ever wanted more setup, send cards from your graveyard that aren't being used at the moment, or help out with filling up the grave, draw, and then if you have the 1800 or more attack monster, you'll draw every more. Go with that. Mirror Force Magic Cylinder, if you want to opt into a different Legends card. Mirror Force to destroy multiple monsters in an attack position. And Magic Cylinder to send those pesky attacks, to negate those pesky attacks and inflict damage. And, I have seen some duels where people are running and have experienced this being good against Cyber Dragon. Not just Cyber Dragon. But, it's one of those things where you run it if you want to, feel free to if you can. Radiant Mirror Force is also something I want to suggest in addition to the Mirror Force itself, just because of the multiple build, especially because, well, you're going to be flooding with the multiple attacking monsters there. And this is Rush Duel, so there's always going to be a chance where the field is going to be flooded with 3 monsters present. I do advise. And then the last card is this is one that's it's very mid for me, and that's Nobody's Stat Thief. The requirements of this is that a monster on your field is either destroyed by your opponent's attack or their card effect. You'll draw 3 cards, send 1 or more cards from your hand to the graveyard. Then, if you have no monsters on the field, you're able to take no battle damage from your low 8 or lower for this turn. While it is situational of something that does occur, I would I don't really highly suggest this because remember, in order to take no battle damage, you have to have no monster. You are drawing and then discarding things that you, which in a sense, parity that ever is an issue, and you don't have to wait for attack turn. But it's supposed to be like a battle trap with draw power. I don't really see the appeal um, of it. I don't get out of it itself. So maybe if you guys get a feel out of it, that's why it's here in the side as so. With that said and done, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of my Harpie Deck Pro for Rush Duel. I hope you all enjoy. I hope you guys are enjoying the content and stuff. The was it? Oh, the discussion videos and stuff have been updated. Their thumbnails have been changed, and I will put them on Instagram for people to come watch those as well. But with that said, I hope you guys enjoy this video and content to come in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. That helps me out. Hit the notification bell so you guys can be informed of when I upload more content to my channel. Social media links, they are in the description box below, and you guys can catch me on twitch.tv/Harpie. With that said and done, thank you guys so much and enjoy the rest of the day. HBJ, signing out. Take care.